Hey guys, Ryan Kearns here, and today I just wanted to talk about the Lyme disease gangsters that protect the Godfather. Alright, so at this point, I've read about 6 or 7 different books about Lyme disease, and my favorite book is New Paradigms in Lyme Disease Treatment, which is, since it was published in 2016, it's the cutting edge, it's the newest information. Also, since it's called New Paradigms, that's like new thought patterns around how to treat Lyme disease. And it's got 10 different Lyme disease specialist doctors that wrote it that explain how they're treating their patients, what they're doing, how they think about the disease, and so many other things. So, that's the best book so far. And today, this little excerpt was taken right from there. Right from Dr. Wayne Anderson's chapter, which is the first chapter in the book where I started learning so much about Lyme disease. This is when my whole world was rocked about Lyme disease. I was like, whoa, I didn't know any of that stuff. For instance, the fact that Lyme disease is multiple infections, which I've talked about multiple times already now on this platform here. I talked about how, it could be borrelia, which is the one that everybody talks about, borrelia burgdorferi, but there's a ton of different species and subspecies of borrelia. Also, it could be Bartonella, Babesia, Ehrlichia, Anaplasma, Mycoplasma. The list goes on and on and on. It could be a ton of different infections, co-infections that come in with that borrelia bacteria. All right, and the gangsters that protect the Godfather is about those bacteria. It's about borrelia being protected by the more dominant bacteria at the time, which could be Bartonella and Babesia. So oftentimes when Dr. Wayne Anderson was treating his patients, he would find out, he liked to read through their symptom patterns and pick out which disease they're actually dealing with so that he could come through and help the immune system fight off the disease that it's already focusing on. Right? So the disease is focusing on Babesia, you come in, help it fight that Babesia, and then it can take out the Babesia a lot easier because you're helping it do what it's already doing, right? So that's the whole idea behind this treatment, and he said oftentimes, more often than not, Bartonella and Babesia are the most dominant species in the system. They're the most dominant organism. They're the one that's causing the problems. They're the ones that causing the symptoms. So he wants to come through and help with Babesia and Bartonella. And he explains it in a funny metaphor known as the gangsters that protect the Godfather. And he explains that Babesia and Bartonella are the gangsters that protect borrelia. And he explains, if the borrelia if the borrelia is alone, say like walking to his car or going in an elevator, then you can get to it and kill it off. But if it's behind its desk with 2 big gangsters standing in front of it, like the Godfather, right, being protected by its gangsters, then it's really hard to get to it. You have to kill off the gangsters before killing off the Godfather. So that's just an awesome metaphor, and I loved that, so I wanted to share it with you because that's really resembles how he then has to target Bartonella and Babesia first, and once they're gone, then borrelia is a lot easier to take out. In fact, sometimes after he targets the Bartonella and Babesia, he doesn't even need to worry about the borrelia. It's actually completely wiped out because of the treatment techniques for Bartonella and Babesia. Other times, it'll be like 70% of the way gone, and then he just needs to come out and, inch it that 30% more by treating for the borrelia bacteria itself. So I just thought that was awesome that he could describe it as, the Godfather being protected by 2 gangsters, as borrelia being protected by Babesia and Bartonella. So I decided I wanted to share that metaphor with you guys, and if you haven't read that book yet, you really should. It's an awesome book, published in 2016. It's the cutting edge, it's the bold. It is Lyme disease today instead of reading all the stuff that's been out for years. So I always try to stay ahead, stay with the newest books, stay with the newest material on Lyme disease so that I can share what I know with you guys so we can keep the conversation going and, keep the conversation on high, because our disease needs that. Our disease needs some awareness. So we got to get loud. As Lymies, we need to be loud, proud, talking about our issues, talking about our successes with fighting off these issues, right? We want to be more solution oriented than we are just complaining about our symptoms. All right, so at this time, I want to ask you guys to comment below. Let me know what infections you had when you got diagnosed with Lyme disease. Did you just have borrelia, burgdorferi? Did they tell you what infections they had? Did they not even go into it? Did you have Babesia, Bartonella, Anaplasma, Mycoplasma, Ehrlichia? The list goes on and on and on. Could have had any of those things. So what co-infections, what infections were your Lyme disease? Let me know in the comments below. I always answer my comments. And that's all I got for you guys today. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, Ryan Kearns here. If you want to heal your Lyme disease, but you don't want to take antibiotics, I have just the thing for you. I wrote this ebook. It's called Lyme Wars: How I Counterattack Lyme Disease Using Herbs, Nutrition, and Healthy Conscious Living. For the time being, it's actually completely free, and all you have to do is go to lifenutrition.com to get your free copy. It'll help you learn how you can use natural living in order to heal yourself from Lyme disease, and I hope you find it useful. Thanks so much for coming to check this out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.